Hello, everyone! Welcome to another surprise stream. So, if yesterday I announced the stream several minutes earlier, several minutes before hit go live, today I just announced my stream after hitting the go live button. So yes, this is indeed a surprise. Actually, yes, at first I didn't really know what time I was gonna stream today because supposed to be supposed to be there was a group meeting of some sort for school before this, but turns out it got canceled. So so here I am. I set up my stream as fast as I could. And also, just like what I mentioned um yesterday and also a few days ago, I'm in a short vacation right now, but it's about to end. So I took it as an opportunity to, you know, to finally to finally stream the latest Genshin Archon Quest. So yeah, yesterday we already finished Act 3 for Fontaine, and I think I'm gonna share my thoughts about Act 3 again once we finish Act 4 today, because I plan to I plan to share my thoughts about Act 3 and Act 4 combined. Yeah, I kind of want to see whether or not Act 3 will be relevant to Act 4. Because to be honest, even though we did learn some revelations during Act 3, I I how do I describe Act 3 without really getting into it? Let me see. So basically, TLDR, we did learn some stuff. However, I do have some issues with the pacing of the quest. Yeah, even though I think maybe the repetitive structure of Act 3 was intentional, even though it feels that way. I kind of still wish that Act 3 could have been handled better, because yeah, I know that Act 3 was kind of like a prison life simulation, and things are supposed to be routinary there. Like you just do the same stuff every single day within the confines of the fortress. However, I do wish that the investigation stuff could have been more, I don't know, could have been more engaging, because even though I wasn't really good with with playing games that involve investigation and court trials, I got to enjoy that through Act 1 and Act 2's court trial gameplay. Like it really, they really made the investigation and court trial stuff really easier to digest, and they made it in such a way that you will be able to figure out stuff through a visual format, which I really really like. However, even though we did a lot of investigation stuff for Act 3 through a visual format also, I couldn't really feel the impact of the investigation in Act 3 at all, as compared to Act 1 and Act 2. So, and here's another thing. So, just a spoiler alert for those who have not done Act 3 yet. Just cover your ears for a few minutes. Anyways, so basically in Act 3, we also got to learn about the quote unquote hidden rules inside the Fortress of Meropide. And throughout the quest, I think to me at least, the hidden rules felt like superstitions to me. Yeah, kind of like superstitions or urban legends, because they really the hidden rules didn't really tell you what you should do. It tells you what you should do or not do in order for certain things not to happen to you. Yeah, it felt really weird. And at first I was expecting that it was gonna be that there was something really sinister going on inside the Fortress of Meropide. However, towards the end of Act 3, it has been revealed to us that those quote unquote hidden rules were in fact fake. Those hidden rules were just enacted by child's subordinates within the Fortress of Meropide so that so that no one will ever attempt to investigate child's disappearance. Basically, the hidden rules were used as a means of scaring people away and letting them basically letting them avoid whatever mystery there is behind child's disappearance. That was kind of the point. However, even though I kinda understand what they were trying to go for in terms of hidden rules, I I just got so sad. I got so sad that those rules were indeed fake. They're basically in shorter terms, the hidden rules were just a means of misdirection. Sadly. So yeah, I think if I ever come up with even more thoughts about Act 3, I might share them later once we do Act 4. So yeah. Oh, by the way, so that in order to finally transition to Act 4, I'll just give a little bit of a recap for the conclusion of Act 3. Yeah, I know that I mentioned the hidden rules already, blah blah blah. But here's another important thing. So about Child's disappearance. I think no one really knows where he disappeared to, but his subordinates, however, they did mention that they saw Child disappear into a certain cave within the Fortress of Meropide. Basically, it's the cave with the pipes, yes. And basically they knew that Child basically told them that that something is calling him, and that something is actually the whale. That is heavily tied to Child's backstory. So yeah, in line with that, actually, other than that revelation from Child subordinates, we did get to the Traveler did get to see the behind the scenes behind Child's disappearance, kinda, because you remember that the Traveler actually has Child's hydrovision? It's still with them until now. And for some reason, the Traveler was able to dream about Child's whereabouts inside the Fortress of Meropide. And the Traveler not only dreamt about Child, but the Traveler actually dreamt in the point of view of Child. Yeah, first person point of view. and and yeah, we actually, if you pay really hard if you pay really hard how do I, oh my god, my English, if you pay attention to the audio, you will really notice the whale sounds coming out at times whenever the whale is calling Child. Also, hello, Vinke is welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, I'm just talking about the Act 3 Archon Quest for Fontaine right now. Anyways, going back to Child's hydrovision shenanigans. Oh, actually, that this whole hydrovision thing, it really raises a lot of questions, because since Child currently doesn't have his hydrovision right now, how I think what's interesting to see is that even though he is apart from his hydrovision at the moment, somehow he still has a certain link between him and his hydrovision, because the Traveler was able to dream about Child's whereabouts, which is really interesting, because I think there have already been several times wherein the Traveler can see things it kind of reminds me of that one scene from the Inazuma Archon Quest. So do you remember during the Inazuma Archon Quest, they have this vision hunt decree wherein all the visions will be confiscated and then they will be embedded in the statue of the omnipresent god. And when the traveler touched the statue, they were able to hear the aspirations of the vision bearers whose visions were confiscated. So that was interesting. So I really do wonder if this ability or is already innate for the traveler. Like I think what's cool about this is that the traveler somehow has a sort of natural ability to resonate with anything, including visions. So yeah, that is interesting. And also, we do know that across our 3 years of playing Genshin, the traveler can naturally resonate with the elements, no matter which statue of the seven that is. So yeah, that's their way of acquiring their elemental powers throughout their journey in Teyvat. So yeah, I really do hope that we learn something more about that, not only traveler's abilities but also the mystery behind visions in general. Because to be honest, even though visions have been introduced ever since the start of the game, there's still a mystery. There's still a mystery. There has been still a lot of stuff that hasn't really been explained, to be honest. So I really hope the next or future quests will shed light on them soon. Yeah. All right. That would be it for for my off tangent about Act 3. I'll add more later if I can. Yes. Okay, so without further ado, we're now gonna start with Act 4 for the Fontaine Archon Quest. Okay, I'll just go claim some stuff if I can. I won't be doing any commissions right now because thanks to the existence of encounter points, I can actually claim rewards by just finishing an Archon quest. Which is really great. Yeah, that's actually a new system for the commissions right now for this patch. It's kind of like the Honkai Star Rail daily system, wherein you can earn some you can earn some rewards by completing different tasks of your choice. Yeah, it's kind of like that. However, the regular daily commissions are still there if you want to do them. So if you still prefer their old system, it will still be there. Yes. Okay, so let me go summon the quest log. All right. So actually, Act 4 already started for me yesterday. However, I didn't continue it. It started off right away, but I had to save it for today's stream. So, anyways, we're now in Nakasiclism's Quickening into the deep water murk. Investigate freely. Oh yeah, I have to investigate. The open day has finally arrived. This is undoubtedly a good chance to find some information. You and Paimon plan to act and search for clues in the Fortress of Meropide. Oh, actually, I forgot that this part of the quest is it's technically a free day for all the inmates. So yeah, this should be interesting. So we're gonna teleport to the quest location. Okay, let me see. Where is... I can just do the map shortcut. Okay, nice. Oh my god, I still have expedition. You know what? You know what? I keep on forgetting to claim my expedition rewards, not gonna lie. Okay. Let me see. Alright, it should be quick enough, I think.
Add Astra.
Alright. Expedition. Claim. Expedition complete. Okay. Alright, Leo as usual. I really wish that they added ore rewards for the other regions. Because currently only Mondstadt... Oh! Yeah, only Mondstadt and Liyue have ore rewards. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, Chongyun. Alright, that should be fine. Yeah. Yes, I think I already dispatched all of them. Okay, we're good to go, I think. Alright, we're gonna teleport for real, for real. You know what? I think I spent most of my time being lost in the Fortress of Meropide last night. Yeah, I think my playthrough of the entire Act 3 quest could have been more I don't know, smooth sailing if it weren't for the very complicated interior or interior of the Fortress of Meropide. Like I understand that of course it is a fortress. It has to be heavily guarded, and you, the layout should be what it is. However, I think it's just a me problem. I'm just so directionally directionally challenged. Anyways, all right. I think I'll just go to the nearest investigation spot first. Okay. We're all right. Let's start with I'll start with here at the bottom. I really should be careful when it comes to gliding. I might fall off suddenly.
Hey, you over there?
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games? You
TCG.
Genius Invocation TCG?
I haven't played that in a while. Even people down here play that game.
TCG players are like mint in the wild, literally sprouting up everywhere.
I just find it really funny that ever since TCG got introduced in game, everyone and their mother has been playing TCG. I'm talking about the characters themselves, by the way.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow Invocation aficionados? Anyway, care to join me for a game?
No thanks, you're busy with other things at the moment.
All right, no pressure.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like this? Don't people usually come here to fight?
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all a competition, isn't it? It's all the same in my eyes. There are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders from other nations play cards. So I came over to say hi.
Would you mind chatting with us for a moment?
Sure.
Great! Since you've been here longer than us, you need to flex your seniority a little bit, right? Maybe you could start by telling us newcomers some stories about this place.
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. All right, then. Did you have anything specific in mind? Or do you want me to just pick a topic?
Why don't you pick? We'll let you know if we've heard it already.
I really do hope that we learn some history about this place.
All right. Have you heard any strange rumors since you've arrived?
The hidden rules, yes, we have.
Did you know that there are some people who are always gossiping over in the corner?
I didn't know that.
There are two guys who are always skulking around in the corners of corridors gossiping. The bigger guy is Quisto, and the skinny one is Lavaroon. People call them the Bombshell Bros.
What a name.
I never really found their gossip very
Bombshell
mind-blowing.
Bros.
It's pretty much just the same stuff that I hear about when I'm at work every day. If you're interested, you can go talk with them. They tend
Okay.
to talk a lot of nonsense, but they aren't exactly bad.
Good to know. Do you have anything else to tell us?
Let me think. Sounds like you want to hear something a little more tantalizing. Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the Fortress of Meropide before?
Huh? Wait, are you serious?
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. Who knows how he ended up rising up to become the warden, though.
Actually, to be honest, I'm actually not updated about the lore behind Risley, so this is interesting.
Go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? I'm not gonna lie, I kinda respect that.
By the way, do you happen to know anything about a forbidden zone?
A forbidden zone? Sounds like something that someone just made up. I've never heard of that. Where did you hear about it?
It's just a rumor we've been hearing, but no worries if you've never heard of it. Do you have anything else you can tell us?
Anything else? Not that I can think of, but I'll be sure to tell you anything interesting I hear next time. You'll have to play a game of Genius Invocation with me first, though.
I could barely remember the rules for TCG. Anyways, that was a nice talk.
See you later. Hey, let's play a game if you ever have time.
Let me guess, you can actually play TCG with him, right? Okay, alright, let me go to the other side. Okay, I should be close by.
Behold!
Hello, Chelonia, welcome to the
There's
stream.
people talking over there.
Thank you for
Let's
the lurk.
listen to their conversation.
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats. Do any of them give half a hoot about a bunch of dogs like us?
Hey, speak for yourself, mate. I'm no dog.
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then
Okay,
you're just
I
a
really want
convict
to
like the
learn
rest
some
of
tea
us.
from them.
I've heard that even if you're released after serving your
Hello,
sentence,
Kodra, welcome to
going
the
back to life on
stream.
the surface ain't any better. Once a criminal, always a criminal. We're marked for life.
I don't buy that.
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
However, if there was a giant flood, the fortress would be one of the first few places that will be affected, since they're
What kind of
underwater.
filthy bilgewater you spewing? I have family up there. You best shut your sewer hole with talk like that.
Kodra, last day for a newbie banner in weapon. Oh yeah, right. Okay, to those who are still pulling for Nuvolette and his weapon at the very last minute, good luck to you. I think you only have until I forgot. I forgot. But usually in the Asia server time, it should end at 3 p.m. tomorrow, right? It's around that time. And then usually the next banner phase will be live at 6 p.m.
Listen, things ain't so great on
There's
the
a
surface,
weird
but who
3
says that you
CR
have
gap
to
in
leave?
between.
I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me. Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
And what makes you think they want to hire someone like you? It's one of the great mysteries of the universe, how someone as useless as you is so confident.
Oh, by the way, so just a quick little recap. So in Act 3 it was mentioned that that there are actually a lot of inmates who prefer staying in the Fortress of Meropide even after their sentence is done. It's kind of like they've already accepted their way of living here in the fortress, especially since it actually has its own system. So, for example, the currency here in the fortress is not actually Mora. It's actually through the form of coupons that they collect over time through various means like working and so on. So that's one. And there was this one NPC that basically calls this entire inmate experience as a form of rebirth. So I don't know what's up with that, but that is an interesting comment.
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld. Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is it only something the inmates down here say?
Really reminds me of Belobog from Honkai Star Rail. They do have this overworld, underworld system. Okay. It's normal for convicts to be unhappy.
That's true.
I kinda really wouldn't blame them though, because if conditions on the surface aren't that great, especially given Fontaine's current political climate. It would be really hard to go back there. But at the same time,
There's a group of people over there. Let's go listen in.
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey, who are you two? Why'd you come over all of a sudden?
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about something private.
What's the matter? They're just looking to join in on our fun, that's all.
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Fine. You're lucky we don't mind extroverts that much.
thanks, you guys are really nice.
You hear that, Quisto? What nice!
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right? But before that, it just so happens that I know you two.
Really? Are we that famous?
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking about it. Word has it that you also caused quite the kerfuffle.
Wait, I'm not sure if I've seen this word before. I might have seen it at some point, maybe on an entrance exam, maybe? What does kerfuffle even mean? Wait, I want to search it. Wait, sorry. This is a... I need to know. Okay, kerfuffle. A commotion or fuss, especially one caused by conflicting views. Okay, alright, so... I see. New word. Oh, hey, it was just a little mistake.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join our group anytime, unlike some of the others here.
Your group?
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but
I
don't
can't
worry,
take their
we're not
names
playing bombs or
seriously.
anything. It's just that our information is always so explosive, and we blow minds on the regular.
But I think you could use a name change.
So, you two really like to gossip? Ooh, you sure know how to embellish.
No, you don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with whom, who has the latest rumors, who's not getting along. Wouldn't you like to know all that?
Oh, my Archon, I'd love to know. Please tell me.
Oh, all this info's worth something, you know? You should prove you're worthy of it.
I don't mind him. Quisto's always this way. Just play nice and say something to massage his ego. The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
We ate the most incredible welfare meal recently.
Right. That meal we had yesterday was super delicious. Paimon can still taste it whenever she closes her eyes.
Okay, just a quick recap. So, these so-called welfare meals in the fortress, they're actually gotcha meals. Yeah, they get random food. So sometimes they just get regular food, sometimes they get awful food, and of course, the very the rarest food of them all. Yeah, that's the rarest food will be the most delicious one. Basically, a 5-star
That's so.
meal.
To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare meals. I've been working as a kitchen assistant for about a month and a half now.
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious steaks. Amazing. You could be a professional chef.
You are correct. I am a true professional. In fact, I even went to culinary school. But since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen carefully. This little bombshell will help you learn what's really going on here in the fortress.
Huh? Did Labyrinth just wink at me? It seems he's saying don't be upset, he's a good fellow.
Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated. The overworlders couldn't care less about us down here. We're basically dogs to them. You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Wriothesley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he often doesn't bother dealing with it.
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks, even better treatment in the infirmary.
Yeah, I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right?
Hmm.
I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the infirmary practically every day? Is it normal for anyone to be going in and out of there so often? If you ask me, he's just faking it to get out of work.
But did you know that Churia was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research
Okay.
Institute before he came here? There's no denying that.
That reminds me, I haven't actually been to the Fontaine Research Institute yet. I did get to unlock that area last night, but I haven't really explored it.
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the Fortress of Meropide, you're just another inmate like everybody else.
Ah, interesting. According to Chrisot, a person named Juri frequents the infirmary. I should take note of that.
Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by in the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library and got into a fight, right? Guess that's just how terrible of a guy he is.
You mean he hit a woman? Wow, I never imagined he was that bad.
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary. Come to think of it, I always see her going to the sick bay every couple of days, too.
Wait a second. You don't think?
Do you think could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on dates? But it's really hard to imagine.
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Juria to a pulp that one time. And we might be overthinking things.
This is enemies to lovers material. So Juri had a confrontation with a girl named Lorvain who also frequently visits the infirmary. I'll remember that too.
Okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet LYNEY. According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
Okay, I kinda wanna eavesdrop for a bit.
Is it really all right for us to talk about people behind their backs like this?
That's just how it goes. Good gossip is still gossip.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But wait, we're not just gossiping. This is legit information we're discussing here, right?
I just really hope that this is useful intel. Okay, so we're now gonna meet LYNEY. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, I should go here. You know, I'm still confused about the structure of this place. Like, I keep on forgetting which room is in which floor and so on.
The wind rises.
Okay, I should go down. Wait. Oh, I think I have to... I knew it. It's all the way down. Okay, let me go find an elevator. Okay. I need an elevator that goes down.
Squall fury.
So it turns out that not all of the elevators here are two-way. So it's really confusing. I just wish they made the elevators two-way instead of one-way. Okay. Until now, I still wonder how deep this fortress is. This is way beyond sea level. Okay, let me go check. Huh? Wait a minute.
Behold.
Okay, I really hope there's another elevator here.
Too slow. The wind rises.
Alright, so we have another elevator. My gosh! I don't know if I will be able to remember the layout of this place. Oh, please let this be the one. Okay. Alright, I think we're here.
Huh? That look in your eyes. You found something?
A little something, yeah.
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a boatload of information.
Oh, as expected of the legendary duo, you have my full and undivided attention.
You summarize your findings to LYNEY.
I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about this place are unreliable after all, and Master Child probably went missing because he found a way out. He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave him credit for. Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find out Master Child's exact whereabouts. Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
The most important thing right now is to catch up to him.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after him.
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only FREMINET would be up to the task.
Bingo! Is he around?
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later.
Please do, we're counting on you.
It's the least I can do. We're all in this together, so it's only fair for us to fulfill our end of the bargain. Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under Wriothesley's watchful eyes.
Collecting information has always been our strong point.
Now, let me think. To find out more information, FREMINET will have to retrace Master Child's original route. And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now. And after that, he'll probably take another 2 or 3 days to return.
Okay, just a quick little context about the whole pipe cleaning day thing. So basically, Child has subordinates here in the fortress, right? And basically, since Child hasn't returned for a long time, the instruction between them was that Child should Child return to the fortress, he should return to the fortress during a pipe cleaning day, so that there won't be anyone who will notice his return or something like that. And yeah, his subordinates would they actually have the tendency to wait for Child's return every single pipe cleaning day. And it has been happening for a few months now, but still, after all that time, Child still hasn't returned. Yeah.
You can even estimate how long it'll take for him to get back?
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capabilities like the backs of our hands. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up FREMINET while we're at it, too.
Sure.
Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like your help with. Though we can just sit back and wait for FREMINET's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the investigation of the Forbidden Zone. FREMINET's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping FREMINET prepare for his diving mission. So, you are the only ones we can count on.
Yeah, that reminds me, we actually haven't seen FREMINET do that much yet, because we did get to see him during Act 1, but that was only the initial meeting. So I really wonder if his diving here in the Act 4 Archon Quest will prove vital.
What do you want us to do? Will it be hard?
Well, I won't call it easy per se, but I think you'll be able to pull it off. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with the secret we're hoping to uncover. You've already met the head nurse, so she'll be less suspicious of you. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within, and pass those on to me alongside anything else you're able to discover. But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first.
Sounds good. I'll give it my best shot.
My apologies. I just started rambling out of habit. It was almost as if I was talking to my younger sister.
But that's not a bad thing, right?
But what if I'm the older sister?
Alright, then we'll head out as soon as we finish our prep.
Let's go our separate ways for now then. Don't forget, we meet here
Okay,
again in
9
days.
days.
Stay safe.
After doing some prep work with Paimon, you begin slowly approaching the infirmary under the guise of wandering around aimlessly. I think it was aimlessly. I had to speedrun the the text right there.
Peek. There seem to be several people inside.
Let's try to eavesdrop on them first. You and Paimon hide in a corner and try your best to eavesdrop on the people inside the infirmary. Several people appear to be engaged in convo, but you only manage to blah blah blah.
It's not impossible.
Oh.
It's a bit hard to understand them from here, so why don't we just try to talk to them in person? Let's go as soon as you're ready.
You nod and take a long deep breath before inhaling a large amount of vapor from a foul-smelling potion. If you recall, the potion is the result of a failed attempt at alchemy you once performed with Paimon. I'm gonna have to back through that in the VOD. You stagger into the infirmary. Oh, okay, so we're... This is staged.
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Paimon doesn't know what to do. Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion? Could it be poison? Let me take a look. Please lie down over here.
Oof, my stomach really hurts.
Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly. You can do it, Traveler!
Thank you, I'm sorry.
Apologize, you're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you.
Lichrin has taken out a few instruments and begun to do her checkup. I hope I'm not so healthy that she gets suspicious.
I see now. My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any mortal danger. That's our worst fear out of the way. Eh? Oh, that's good. But I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please, relax and take a deep breath.
Lichrin's using her hands to palpate different areas on my abdomen. Seems like she's using elemental energy too. Her expression's growing more and more relaxed.
Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it hurt when I press here?
It's not too bad.
And here?
Oof, that hurt a little.
Huh? But based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here. How strange.
Oh no, was my acting a bit over the top?
What about here? Does this hurt?
No, not really. Can barely feel it.
Oh. I understand. So that's what it is. I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. Outside of a pretty bad stomachache when it decides to act up. So that's what it is. Thank goodness it's not anything more serious. And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. I'll inform our head chef, Mr. Woolsey, of this problem as soon as possible. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest here while I go get some medicine for you.
Pigeon is so
I'll
cute.
have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
Very well.
And she hopped away just like that.
Phew, this infiltration mission is going much more smoothly than I imagined. Next, there are only 2 people left in the room. Teaching just called that woman Lurvine, so she has to be one of those frequent visitors to the infirmary I've heard of before. Would that mean the man next to her is Juryu then?
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Still not great. I can't keep staring at her. It will draw unwanted attention. That guy also seems to have noticed. Now he's looking in my direction too.
Her stomach aches really bad. She was stumbling about the whole way here, so Paimon's really worried.
If Miss SIGEWINNE says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry. She's the best medic we've got down here.
But it also looks like she's the only medic you've got down here.
Well, that's true.
What do you mean, that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not like everyone imprisoned here is useless, you know? Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss SIGEWINNE take care of the sick and injured.
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a patient too?
Oh!
Where did all your energy come from?
For a second I thought they were interns or
that's
something.
Sorry, I got a bit ahead of myself.
Are you two also sick?
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups, and to pick up the medicines Miss SIGEWINNE prescribes for us. That's just the nature of chronic illnesses. As for her... you could say she fancies herself as Miss SIGEWINNE's capable helper because she learned a bit of medical knowledge ages ago.
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurrier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent heart palpitations.
Oh!
Hey, don't start arguing now. Please, keep it civil at least.
This reminds me of the Sumeru scholars who keep arguing in the academia. These two seem to have a pretty terrible relationship and only ran into each other because they came here to pick up their meds at the same time. But outside of the two of them, there's nothing suspicious inside the room. All the files on the table appear to be patient records, and while there's a box, I can't check it out right now. There also aren't that many furnishings on the wall. Eh? Wait! There seems to be a movable hatch on the ground over there?
Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will be released someday, so there's no need to argue over silly things like this!
But...
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that. And who the heck knows if we'd even be able to continue our previous lives?
The presence of a movable hatch isn't strange by itself, but perhaps it's my adventurous intuition speaking. But isn't it a bit strange that there's a movable hatch here of all places? Is it hiding something?
Please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh, and Mr. Jurrier, I don't want to see your face here again anytime soon.
And same to you, Miss Lurvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy place. See you later, everyone.
He just slowly walked off like that?
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lurvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurrier, but I hope you'll never have cause to remember his name.
You really can't stand him, huh?
Yeah, they do really remind me of the Sumeru scholars. I wonder what's the beef.
Can you blame me? Who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research topics as he is? But there's no need to keep dwelling on him. I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss SIGEWINNE should be back soon, and I'm sure you'll feel better as soon as you've had some of her medicine.
Thank you for looking after me.
No, it's nothing.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss SIGEWINNE.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days' worth of medicine for you. Take 1 pill now, and then continue your bed rest.
You take the stomachache pill that Sejin gave you.
Miss Levine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed the color of the pill that you should be taking today?
I remember. You said it should be yellow.
Did they talk about that before we walked in? Why don't I remember?
Yellow, huh? I understand. These are yours. Please, make sure to go to bed early after taking them tonight. You'll benefit from a good night's sleep.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon too.
Thanks.
See ya!
I really wonder if that was some kind of code.
I'm going to fill out your medical record now. You're widely known as the Traveler, right? I just want to double-check a few details, if that's all right with you. Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the Traveler rest? Paimon can answer the questions instead. So her primary symptoms are abdominal pain, with secondary symptoms of nausea. Is there anything else? That's it. All right then. Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds? No, her base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure she'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please, make sure to stick to bland or less stimulating foods.
Oh
And
no.
don't stay up too late at night. Got it. Paimon will hold the Traveler to that for sure.
Teacher's still looking at me. I should just try to take a nap like she said.
Oh, you're going to take a nap already? Okay then, you get some rest.
You move yourself to a regular patient's bed and relax completely. The weariness from work and intel gathering that you've been holding back. You can, however, still catch some hints of Paimon's conversation with SIGEWINNE.
Lots of places together. She may look a bit under the weather now, but she's actually super strong. Oh, so you're the best of companions. But don't worry, she'll recover soon.
Companion, that word brings forth a wave of comfort. You let yourself relax and fall into a restful sleep. Interesting.
How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left.
I feel a lot better. Thank you both.
Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take your meds regularly, and remember bland foods. Thank you, Miss SIGEWINNE.
Oh, she's here again. Okay, I want to take a picture. Okay, let me see. Every time I see SIGEWINNE on screen, I just I just feel so happy. She's so cute. I know I said this last night, but yeah, I will say it again. SIGEWINNE looks like a Sanrio character. Okay, let me see. I think that should be it.
Seems like a lot of people have been coming down with an upset stomach lately. I'll need to address that.
I really wish that we can investigate this room further. Okay, where was the trapdoor thing? Oh, this one. Oh. I hope this opens at some point. Okay. I'm gonna return to the dorms now. Okay. Let me see.
Search forth.
You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time, you scared Paimon half to death!
Did I say anything I shouldn't have?
No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Paimon, don't take my grilled fish and put down the Adeptus Temptation now! Paimon talked with SIGEWINNE the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the infirmary?
Are we really off track though? There are still a few weird things about the place. That movable hatch on the ground, as well as the question SIGEWINNE asked Lurvine, and also, were they really talking about their meds before we walked in? Oh, and was Lurvine and Drew's argument genuine, or were they just putting on a show? Paimon, hear me out.
Whoa, you really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't even pick up on. We've got to give the info to LYNEY.
Over the next few days, you and Paimon work out your stations as normal. During your shifts, however, you manage to find opportunities to write keywords relating to your suspicions on a piece of paper. You manage to pass the slip to a busy Lynette as she happens to pass by. Her disguise is impeccable, and she does not even look at you or change her expression as she pockets the info. Love that for her. And finally, the promised night day arrives.
Today's the day. Let's go meet up with LYNEY.
Okay, let's go.
Hmm? Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. FREMINET successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago. And as of last night, Lynette has also infiltrated the infirmary after faking an illness.
Wait, why is she getting involved as well?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for FREMINET's help, you've already done more than enough. Infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall on any given person. Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
I'm not opposed to helping you.
Perhaps that's true. You are both very good people, and we've come to appreciate that more than anyone else. Unfortunately, there's still one thing that could get between us, lest you've forgotten. The matter of our respective loyalties. You've mentioned before that you've had some run-ins with the Fatui. I can understand that feeling, so I assume you're just helping us out of the kindness of your hearts?
Well, everyone could use some more friends. We'll be counting on you to help us in the future, too.
Since I see you as friends, then it's even more important for us to protect you from any peril. FREMINET and Lynette feel the same way.
I get it now.
Glad to hear it. Then, let's go check on Lynette before FREMINET returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
Is now really a good time to go over?
According to my observations, SIGEWINNE always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch.
This info.
Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her.
Oh yeah, we heard about that too.
Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
I really wonder if the Traveler, I wonder if they think that LYNEY and Lynette reminds them of her and her sibling, because they are twins too, right?
Then let's head over right away.
I remember back then in Act 1, while Linny and Lynette were talking, sometimes Traveler would look at the two of them with a fond look in their eyes. Oh my god. Gosh, I really wish that the twins would reunite at some point. But yeah, I know that it will take a long time for them to reunite again. The last time that the Traveler saw their sibling was during the We Will Be Reunited Archon Quest. And then ever since we never saw them
should
again.
be here right now.
In person, that is. Because we did get to see flashbacks about the Abyss Twins' point of view, but other than that, we have never met them again personally.
Huh. Strange. Lynette?
Oh,
As expected, SIGEWINNE isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
could she have found a lead and left to follow it?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know. Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her. Who knows? Maybe she'll be back soon.
Okay.
Search for clues in the infirmary. Okay, here we go.
Quit following me.
There are some books here and a few files. They all look like medical records. Advanced nursing.
How to raise the spirits of your patients.
Quick guide to the psychology of emotions. And the meaning of laughter. These sure are some interesting books. Who knew SIGEWINNE would be interested in these kinds of things? She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melusine? Or does she have a need to understand her patient's emotional state?
Seems quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in handy for a nurse from time to time.
Okay, we're on to the second clue. That reminds me, if I wonder what the scope of the Melusine's perception is, because we have been told not only in the Act 3 Archon Quest but also in the Melusine related world quest that Melusines have a different kind of perception than other beings. They
None
can
of the
see
beds have any
things
signs
that
of having
others
been
can't
slept
see.
in. Except that one over there.
And they also have a different sense of aesthetics. What may not be aesthetic to other beings might be aesthetic to them. And an example of that would be, remember how so there was this one Melusine related world quest wherein we got transported into some sort of creepy space that has distorted Enkanomiya architecture, and there was also a sky that has a huge hole on it, a huge crack, I think, yeah. And even though that place was creepy, the Melusine that we interacted with, she considers that place as a beautiful one. So
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending to be sick.
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest while she left to retrieve the medication.
but this bed is still unmade.
Which means either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or the nurse intentionally left it this way.
Oh no, that's not a good sign. Okay, third clue. Wait. I think I'm missing something here.
Swollen Fury.
Oh, there we go. I knew it. It's this one.
Ah, this is it! We saw it before!
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well.
Lily leans down to get close to the movable hatch and starts tapping
The
it.
space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. There's probably a mechanism around here somewhere. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted me for sure. Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look.
The look on Lily's face is definitely beginning to panic. Don't panic, he probably said that subconsciously more for himself than anything else.
Hey, you guys, there's a paper over here.
Let's slip paper.
It's right here. And there's a picture too. It reads, out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use this piece of paper or card.
Oh.
Maybe I can pass on my message. You may consider this me giving you my best regards.
This is...
Is that all?
Is there anything on the back?
Show me! Now!
This doesn't look good.
Paimon's reading it now. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette
Oh my god.
would be right now? No. Could she have? Is she already?
Wriothesley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
That reminds me, we did have a very angry LYNEY voice line during the version 4.1 trailer. Like, he was asking Rizzy where his siblings were, if I remember correctly. Why would he choose to act during our second infiltration attempt instead of the first?
Yes, that is a crucial question. Wriothesley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulette, so you have no conflict of interest with Wriothesley. We're a completely different story, though.
Why did he only go after Lynette?
I'd like to know that, too. Why did he only go after her? Don't panic, just think everything over. I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now. Wait, you're right. Wait, but that means... the fact that FREMINET was able to leave the grounds...
Oh.
Could Wriothesley have let him go as well?
But what does he gain by letting FREMINET leave like that?
I get it now. He deliberately made both of them disappear.
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it. We never should have sent out FREMINET. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down.
LYNEY, calm down.
Don't be like this, Lyney. FREMINET wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child. That was our fault.
No. I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who failed to protect them.
Gosh, I really... I think LYNEY is under a lot of pressure right now, especially since... I forgot where it was mentioned, but he's... it's probable that he will be next in line in becoming the... I'm not sure if it's the neighbor or the father, but yeah, and also that reminds me of the second drip marketing that we got for all three siblings. So okay, drip marketing basically means character reveal, by the way, in case you don't know. So yeah, during the first character reveal for the three siblings, LYNEY, Lynette, and FREMINET, they everything was I would say that version of their character reveal is a facade, because especially with LYNEY, because he in his character art he was still smiling, and he even had his tongue out. He had a very fun, mischievous expression. But then during the second version of the character reveals, Liney's character art, he was shown to be frowning already, and he also had a Fatui symbol on his card, and also he has the usual harbinger symbols behind him. It was also like that for Lynette and Fremini. They also had the harbinger symbols behind them, so it was kind of like that second version of their character reveals. It really signified. It really revealed their ties to the Fatui, especially since that second version of the character reveals was actually uploaded after the release of the Act 1 and Act 2 Archon Quest. So yeah, I really like that. So I couldn't really,
I'll go talk to Wriothesley.
gosh, I couldn't imagine what Linny is going through right now.
Please talk some sense into him.
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again.
And this one too, Lynette was already abducted before. Linny has already mentioned this during the previous Archon Quest.
I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
And it was Arlecchino who saved her.
After him!
Oh, she's eavesdropping. Oh.
Right. I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so? Very well. Then please be mindful of the time. Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking.
So this is the real conversation before the Traveler and Paimon went in.
Someone! Please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've already found this place. Oh, they are quite sharp. What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people.
Oh.
I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling of being trusted. Oh my! What's wrong, little one?
Okay.
There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath
Oh,
before
no.
we begin.
So there was
Being
something.
able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill.
So there was something sus about her. Oh no.
It's no use. We have to catch up to him. He's already out of sight. How is
That was quick.
Let's go head him off at Wriothesley's office.
I could have sworn we saw him a while ago, but he just went noom. Okay. Gonna have to ride the elevator again. Oh, how do I? Why is the elevator all the way down here? Ah, of course, Linny must have taken it already.
Squall and Fury.
Okay, let me see. So we did go inside Risley's office in last night's stream, even though it wasn't part of the quest yet.
Come out and face me, Wriothesley!
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the Fortress's indoor management regulations?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my
Mhm.
collection that can work wonders against such an illness.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether.
This is from the magic show scene during
I wish I
the
would appear
Act
behind
1
you
Archon
right
Quest.
now if you were to turn your head.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the Traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette. As for FREMINET, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go, so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
There was no need to do so. The Fortress of Meropide is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. FREMINET has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages?
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but FREMINET is not.
He's not. What do you really want?
LYNEY!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank
Oh.
you so much for cooperating with me.
Where are Lynette and FREMINET?
Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. FREMINET should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So where do you think he may be right now?
Wait, you can't mean you locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the
Oh.
outside world. That's all.
FREMINET's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
But I think it was mentioned before in Act 3 that no one would be able to withstand the deeper levels of the sea, right?
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. LYNEY is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meropide, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all that
Okay.
changed. Mr. LYNEY, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. FREMINET is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever.
I'm really wondering if the Forbidden Zone is related to whatever LYNEY was investigating regarding the arches.
You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
Oh, okay. So they're talking about Arlecchino here. I would love to see that.
But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me
Parents'
for a parents'
evening.
evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meropide? This place is basically a no man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come here in person.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady FREMINET have already received many samples as gifts.
Okay, I find it interesting that Rizzy keeps on bringing up literal tea. So remember, actually in last night's stream, I also mentioned something about tea parties. So in Act 3, we got to see Arlecchino meet up with Nivolette and Furina in some kind of diplomatic talk through the form of a tea party. And then I also mentioned that we also have a world quest in the castle wherein we got to meet an Electro Fatui mage named I think she was called Katarina. Her name was something like that. And that mage shared to us that one way of gathering intel is to offer food. Yeah, basically once you offer food, it's kind of like a way for you to shut up the other person's mouth, especially when they're very curious about things that they shouldn't know about. It's something like that. So I'm really interested with the link between intel gathering and tea parties here so far in Fontaine, and especially now that Rizzy keeps mentioning that Lynette joined him for a cup of tea. So maybe that's an intel gathering in disguise.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret?
Unless she already knows it?
Mr. LYNEY, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Lyney!
Why do you have to do this?
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively infiltrating my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. FREMINET left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
6, 5...
Wait,
2, 1. Time's up. It really is a shame, Mr. LYNEY.
Wriothesley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
Please wait, can we really not talk about this some more?
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to Lyney, can you at least talk to us?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws.
Okay, this line, but it still has its own set of laws, kind of reminds me of one of the loading screen descriptions for Genshin. So there's this line about Teyvat that says even Teyvat has its own laws. So yeah, I wonder if it's kind of paralleling that. Okay, please spare Femini and Lynette.
Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found, I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
This reminds me of how Dane Sleep also asked us 3 questions back then. But this one, quiz has a correct set of answers. We gotta be careful. Okay. Regarding hidden rules, truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row. It's about okay, I can't believe he's asking about the hidden rules. If I recall correctly, if you keep working without any rest, during lunch hour on the 3rd day, you will find a portion of strange meat in your welfare meal. It's a good thing that we've already run a thorough investigation on this. Let's see if I can remember all the clues. I should be able to find an answer if I can piece everything together. Oh, the notebook! We're finally gonna use the investigation notebook. Okay. If you break the hidden rule of the production zone, your welfare meal might contain some strange meat. We'll submit this. We'll see it if you keep working continuously.
I've been told that the infirmary
we have voice lines.
a half hour just before lunch. But what could SIGEWINNE be doing during that time?
Okay, it's not the answer.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value.
Nope, not that one.
We often see Miss SIGEWINNE
Nope.
observing the Fonta's internal
Okay, not that one.
The research note said that the Melusine race perceived. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored.
I think
The
this one
research
should
note
be
said
it.
that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because of that, the Melusines have also developed a sense of aesthetics that appear rather strange and alien to humans.
I'll choose one of the Melusine related
I've
ones.
been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. The Fonta promoter has been. We often see Miss SIGEWINNE observing the prisoners at work near the production zone.
This one.
It seems like she can perceive the general state of a person's health just by looking at them.
Under what circumstances does the strange meat appear?
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the
Not
The
that.
research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because of that,
Okay.
the Melusines have also developed
I
a sense of
remember
aesthetics
that
appear rather strange and alien to humans.
The meat does have a strange color, so I really wonder if under the point of view of the Melusines, would the color be different?
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. We often see Miss SIGEWINNE observing the prisoners at work near their production. I've been told that the infirmary is We often see Miss SIGEWINNE observing. The research note said that
Why
the
does
Melusine
strange
race
meat appear
perceives
the way
world
it
very
does?
differently from
Okay, I think we should choose this again. Oh, okay.
We often see Miss SIGEWINNE observing the prisoners at work near their. The research note said that the Melusine.
Okay. We need to choose another for this one. Under what circumstances does the strange meat appear?
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the. The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value.
We need something about
We often see
lunchtime.
Miss SIGEWINNE observing the prisoners. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed. The research note said that the Melusine race. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place. Fonta's
I'm not sure
internal
with this
reports
one.
suggest that they're starting a new trial of an.
Wait, okay. We need to choose another answer.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty.
This one? Yeah, it should be this one.
Ah, so that's what's going on. Paimon understands it now. Who would have guessed? The hidden rule of the production zone. People are
Oh
not
my god,
supposed to work
Paimon is
3
wearing
days in a
the
row.
detective
And if they do,
outfit
they'll get
again.
strange meat in their welfare meal.
I think it's been a while since we last saw Paimon wear this mustache and glasses. She also wore this during the was it Act 1 or Act 2? Basically one of the two Archon quests.
At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared. But in reality, they were all prepared by SIGEWINNE, the head nurse. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. At first sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, CIGEWINNE visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use the stamina boost. CIGEWINNE has only the best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does. However, unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us. The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually just freak out. Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered CIGEWINNE's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged.
Okay, just a quick observation. So I mentioned a while ago that I mentioned the sense of aesthetics of Melusines, right? And for some reason, the Melusines are super attracted to anything that is abyss related or anything that's related to dragon blood. So yeah, that includes the blood red crystal ores that we saw in one of the Melusine world quests. And yeah, that reminds me. I really wonder if the Melusines really love the very sus shade of purple that abyss related things usually have, because that was also the color of the strange meat.
All right, now for my next question. There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not
about
allowed
betting.
to support both sides of a fight. Why is that?
The hidden rules of the Pancration Ring. I remember, if someone tries to support both boxers at the same time, they'll receive a package the next morning which contains a strange blood-colored liquid. We've also done a lot of research on this matter. Let me sift through what I found and come up with the correct answer. If you violate the hidden rules of the Pancration Ring, you will receive a bag containing a strange blood-colored fluid. Okay. Alright, who sent the package containing the strange blood fluid?
I've been told that the infirmary is
Not that one.
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged
Okay, we're gonna choose the Fonta-related ones.
Has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of Coop. The research note said that the Melusine...
Not that
According
one.
to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it.
I'll just choose this one first, and if we're wrong about it, we can just change it.
An unnamed and unpackaged product.
Why does the strange blood-colored fluid look the way it does?
The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world...
Why do only those who buy tickets to support both fighters receive the package?
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons would spend them on Fonta.
Okay, let me see. Oh, okay. I have two incorrect ones. Okay. Who sent the package?
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour.
Oh my god, is
just
it
before lunch.
CIGEWINNE again? And then
I
we
often
can...
see Miss CIGEWINNE observing the prisoners at work. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the...
Alright, I'm wrong again. Alright, let's see.
The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans.
Okay, I'm gonna choose this one.
We often see Miss CIGEWINNE observing... I've been told that the infirmary is always... Fonta's internal reports suggest... We often see Miss CIGEWINNE observing the prisoners at work near their production zone. It seems... Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product.
I'll try to choose this one. And then for this...
We often see Miss CIGEWINNE...
Is that... Okay, alright. One more.
The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very... According to Collins, the Pancreas...
Okay, there we go.
Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was nothing to be afraid of. That hidden rule of the Pancration Ring is about how, people are not not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange, blood-colored liquid. People get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fanta trial product. A blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fanta's own staff were questioning the company's decision-making.
Yeah, they're probably not used to that flavor or something.
The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale to see how it might be received by customers. They came to the Fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could push their new product. But the Duke completely refused to even entertain the idea. The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying a Fanta product here. And so, only those who proved their stupidity by
I think Paimon just repeated what the Traveler thought.
were selected to receive the drinks.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light. Although, based on your description, that Fanta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company. Alright, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse?
Okay,
and all of her
this one's
patients in the
interesting.
infirmary?
Do we even know the answer to this yet? We haven't collected enough info to answer that question.
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Wriothesley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of sparing Lynette and FREMINET never even crossed your mind.
Lyney!
You'll pay for this!
Oh!
Ah!
Oh!
Lyney, are you alright?
He got hit from behind, but...
Oh, close one.
Ah!
That was a fantastic shot.
It was nothing, Your Grace.
Oh my god. Wait, sorry. This kind of reminds me of the I'm a healer, but meme.
Sigewinne? Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
Oh my god.
See,
I'm sorry. This was so random.
you...
Are you his accomplice in all this?
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Nervulette asked
I can't wait for her to be playable.
my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I am merely discharging my duties.
Also, hello world. Welcome to the stream.
But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Lyney someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us?
If you're close with Nervulette, why not learn a thing or two about Virtue from him?
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits right now. His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace? Mind proving my innocence to them?
My dear Sigewinne, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you. What are you talking about? What time?
Take me if you want. Let them go.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Yeah, he's really straight to the point.
Like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down.
2 more
2 more
visitors?
visitors will be arriving any time now. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sigewinne, I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
Okay.
You... What are you doing?
I believe I hear footsteps.
The door suddenly slams open. A familiar figure bursts into the room. Oh!
Some space, please.
It's been a
Miss
while.
Corrinde. My door.
FREMINET.
Oh!
FREMINET.
What's going on? What is Clorinde doing here?
Work.
What a straightforward answer.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Lyny. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime, though.
What happened to FREMINET? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like this?
The symptoms, it can't be.
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater.
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. FREMINET a more thorough checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you.
I'll talk to Clorinde while you
I wonder
get
how
FREMINET to where he
close the
needs to be.
primordial water
Everything
is.
else can wait.
Oh my god. Try to understand the situation of the people around you. Okay. Okay. Alright, chat. I think. Oh! I was about to announce something.
I thought I made good time on the way back.
Anyways, that's okay. We can just.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, SIGEWINNE may have been forced to shoot Mr. Lyny again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed.
Ah!
It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time, well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A
Ah!
good distance into the water.
The one with the cave.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
That's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
I love how they're just in a very serious situation right now, and then Rizzi just comes up and asks Clorinde for some tea.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea.
Casually.
Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
Interesting. Okay. Alright, before I go talk to them, I'm gonna go take a quick bathroom break first because I really need one right now, so I'll be very quick with it. So, for the meantime, while waiting, please grab some snacks if you have to, drink some water, check your posture, and also go to the bathroom if you have to. Your self-care matters too. I'll be back in a bit and I'll be playing some background music to help you with your waiting time. Okay, I will be quick. I can't wait to find out what happens next here. Okay, please stay tuned for a bit. Hang on there.
Trees. It's rather pathetic
Okay, I'm
to
back.
force a conversation.
Alright, without further
just to
ado, let's go
occupy
back
silence.
to the next part of the Act 4 Archon Quest. Okay, let me see. Leah's expression looks disgusted. It seems like he'd rather not have Sigewinne touch FREMINET. Still, he didn't stop her, since it's obvious that FREMINET does require urgent medical care. Sigewinne's examining FREMINET carefully. She doesn't look too upset, which is a good sign. I hope FREMINET will be okay.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now, and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more.
And if I remember correctly, if you come into contact with primordial seawater, it would have dissolved already, right there.
Sorry.
And FREMINET
I am
hasn't
aware that
dissolved
the
yet, so
infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
and by the way, so only the people from Fontaine can they're the only ones who can dissolve into water when they come into contact with primordial seawater. So I'm really wondering if FREMINET is really from Fontaine. Because if not, then
Why
that
he
would
ingest
explain
a large
things.
amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress. How could that possibly happen?
Please, look after Mr. FREMINET for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her.
LYNEY has finally begun to stop dancing the muscles on his face. It seems that he trusts that what Sigewinne has just said. Okay.
Lyney, are you okay?
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure? You don't look alright.
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
I'm back, everyone.
Lyney! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too. FREMINET? Is he...
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
LYNEY and Lynette immediately come to lift FREMINET up. Oh, he's awake now. Oh. Never mind.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette, together?
On it.
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
Very well.
The Duke and Clorinde are gone. They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clorinde will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing FREMINET out of the sea.
Clorinde saved FREMINET from the sea. Just what happened there? I want a flashback of that scene. Wait. Okay, go back to the infirmary. So, yeah, that makes me wonder if the concentration of primordial seawater has risen to drastic levels, it must have mean that maybe the primordial sea is now somewhere near the Fortress of Meropide by now. Especially since FREMINET escaped through the cave that we talked about earlier. And that is also the same cave that child escaped into when he disappeared. Okay. I think we still have a long way to go here, so
Quit following me.
okay. What should be the
wind rises.
Okay, I think this is the fastest way. I'm gonna follow the quest navigation now. Okay.
Search for it.
Well, at least it wasn't as bad as last night though, because last night I just got really lost most of the time.
He's awake. FREMINET, how do you feel?
I'm really loving the POV switch here.
Lyney. Lynette.
We're all here.
Where am I?
The infirmary at the Fortress of Meropide, Mr. FREMINET. And you are no longer in any danger. How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Traveler. Paimon. It's been so long. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's
Primordial
primordial
seawater
seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it.
What happened after you snuck into the pipes?
Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
Let's go, we have a flashback. Okay, this one. This is the cave I was talking about.
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned.
Oh, that's a long way down.
Where could Master Child be?
Wow, I love this angle. Oh, we're playing as FREMINET. Let's go! I really love it when they do POV switches like this. Okay. Actually, I really wanted the FREMINET, but I skipped the banner he was in. Because I had to save for Furina, but if given the chance, I would have loved to pull for him. Okay, so he is okay, so he's C3. I'm just trying to see what he does again. So he's a cryo DPS. Okay, different sorts of attacks based on pressure level. Okay, cryo damage. Oh, so he's cryo and physical. Okay, it kind of reminds me of Rosaria. Okay. Because you can also build Rosaria as either a cryo or physical character. So that's cool. No pun intended. Okay, so he is Numa aligned. Okay, AoE. Okay. I think I kinda get it now. Wait, I'll just test something out. Okay. I'll try my best to use him. Oh. No wonder we couldn't access this area at first because it was reserved for this part of the quest. Interesting. This must have been the abandoned zone. Or forbidden zone, rather. Okay. I wanna see... Oh. I love this. Okay, so this is... Oh, this doesn't look good.
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
I swear, every time I see some purple fog like this one, I immediately get suspicious of it. Because it's either related to the abyss or something else. Yeah, even the purple Tatarigami smoke in Inazuma looks like this. So yeah. Start. Okay, rotate. Oh, this is like the one in Star Rail. We also have this kind of gear bridges in Mellowbog. I really swear a lot of the stuff in Fontaine reminds me of Mellowbog. It's also so funny to think that that Stariel and Fontaine were kinda released around the same time. Oh, should I be doing that? I'm not really sure. I should be going there. World, I wanna ask, do you want someone in next banner? I'm actually saving for FREMINET and she's guaranteed already. So yeah, I'm getting her next patch. I'm just not really sure if I'll be able to stream my FREMINET pulls because by the time version 4.2 comes around, I will be even busier by then. So we'll see. We'll see what I will. Yeah, most likely I will just do my FREMINET pulls off stream. I'm not yet sure if I'm gonna just record it so that I can upload it to YouTube or something like that. Yes. Currently I have 26,000 Primo gems. Yes. Oh, this is a long way down. Ooh. Yeah, I've been hoarding my Primo gems for so many months now. And it's actually so surprising to me that even though I wasn't as active in Genshin this year, I was still able to get a lot of Primo gems. Yeah, I think it's easier for me to save up on Primo gems now, especially since I'm now very selective on which 5 stars I want to get.
This is where the water starts. Okay. Master Child probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well.
Okay, underwater exploration time. Let's go. I really love it when even Archon Quest incorporate underwater exploration here. So wait, how do I do this again? Wait. Right, okay, it should be left control button. Nice. Wow. This is so pretty. Also, I forgot that I have the octopus with me. So yeah, when we're underwater, the octopus wakes up. Gosh, if only we can take pictures in the mains, but unfortunately we can't.
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction.
I love this place. I'm really glad that we have a FREMINET diving simulation here.
Traces here too. I need to keep going.
Especially since we've been getting a lot of FREMINET diving scenes in the trailers.
Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait,
oh!
What the...
my god.
My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on?
Let me guess, you have to swim out of here. It reminds me of the Sumeri World Quest.
I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
We also have a Fontaine World Quest that basically it basically instructed us to swim away and just he has a purple aura to him. Oh, it's like corrosion. Shocks. Oh my god, I think back when corrosion didn't exist yet as a game mechanic, we already had this kind of thing in during the We Will Be Reunited Archon Quest.
Die here.
Oh my god.
This is bad. I'm
Oh
feeling
my god.
worse and worse, and I'm still underwater. I have to push on.
No! And then there's Chlorinde. Just in time. Gosh, it's already close to the fortress.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out some time after that, and you know the rest.
Miss Clorinde brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clorinde, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still too weak, FREMINET. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clorinde will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
A guest? Then I can assume Wriothesley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
Got it, I'll go talk to him.
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Lyney?
No, please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
Lyney.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you are just in danger.
Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while.
Aww, that's so sweet.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Thank you.
May the three siblings never separate. Oh, they're all here. Oh, this is so cute. This is so cute. Wait. Oh. I don't think we have seen... Oh, wait. I think we have seen. I think this is just the second time that we saw all three siblings together on screen. If I remember correctly. Because we rarely see FREMINET around. Aww. Out of all the three siblings, I only have Lynette so far. So I hope I get the other two in the future. Not gonna lie, if I wasn't saving my Primogems for guaranteed Furina, I would have put for LYNEY too because his playstyle looks so fun. I tried him out in the character trial back then and I really didn't expect that he was gonna be a fun character. Okay, let me just zoom this out a bit. Okay, nice. Oh wait, let me zoom out some more. This is so cute. Okay, I think I need one more picture. Alright, I think that should do it. Okay, we're gonna go talk to all three of them now.
I'm so sorry, Lyney.
I'm also really sorry, Lyney. I should have been more careful.
Don't say that. It was all my fault. I was the one who should have been more careful. You two were nearly...
If I was stronger, maybe I would have already found Master Child.
No, how can you say that?
Huh?
Oh wait, sorry. I was wondering why my mouse wouldn't click there, but okay. There we go.
What I'm hearing is, we all dropped the ball at some point during the mission, so the responsibility falls on all of us. Isn't that right?
Yeah, there was no way that they could have predicted the other circumstances here.
Yeah, that's right.
Especially the primordial seawater.
Lyney, we understand that you're worried about us, but we're worried about you as well. Please don't blame yourself. We want you to keep your spirits up.
Yeah, Linny already has a huge weight on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that should be it for the for eavesdropping on their convo. So I will now go to Risley's office once again. Alright, now where is it? I hope it's in this floor. I don't want to get lost again.
Squall and Fury.
Okay, so it's all the way down. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Okay. Let me go inside here. Nope. Okay, I think I should go through the other door.
Behold.
Nope.
Search for it.
Okay, this one. This should be the door. I'm really wondering if we have to evacuate the inmates here. Because they need to leave.
I take it Mr. FREMINET's condition has stabilized?
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss SIGEWINNE?
I wanted to check up on Miss Clorinde. How are you feeling?
Mostly fine, I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now, then.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about
Enlighten? Please enlighten us as much as you'd like.
But where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
I think out of the two words, between the two words, enlighten has more impact than explain.
Then Paimon will begin.
Just a random thought.
About Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals.
Why didn't you stop them?
Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance. Lyney suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable that the knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went, so I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
So you were hoping Linny's group would just do your work for you!
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that FREMINET has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the Fortress of Meropide is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
Now, why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates, that's all.
Oh, right! Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Clorinde down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Clorinde could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
So even though she is nearby Farina, in a lot of times she's still independent. Interesting.
Was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already.
What's inside of it?
That's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts.
But don't we need to know the nature of his whereabouts?
All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to FREMINET.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question in return?
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
I don't know if it's just me, but Risley is so confusing. Like sometimes he's very straight to the point and he would give us the answers, but in other times he would I don't know, sometimes he would be outright refusing us.
Yeah,
he's kind of tough to crack.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant?
Yes.
Follow me.
Okay. Alright, follow Risley. Where? I'm gonna have to check the map. Oh. Okay, let me see. I need to access the lower waypoint. Oh. I'll just go through here and then I'll just fly down. I still couldn't figure out the levels.
The wind rises.
Okay. Oh, it's just outside his office. Well, well. Enter the office. I could have just went downstairs. Oh well, that's okay.
Too slow.
Oh! I see.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Wriothesley.
This reminds me of the entrance to the Fortress of Meropide.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meropide is.
It has also a spiral staircase like this one. Okay. Okay, please tell me we can access this area afterwards. I want it to be available in the overworld. Let me see. But you know, spiral staircases remind me of the unknown. I think in one of my lore theory threads in Twitter, I mentioned something about the meaning of spirals in Genshin, because back then we only had a few spirals in Genshin, including the spiral abyss, and we actually have let me go see if it's the spiral abyss name card. Wait, let me just go check something. This one. See this one. So this Spiral Abyss name card says that the deeper you delve, the more secrets you shall uncover. Oh my god, wait! GST Nation, thank you for the raid. Hello MJ. Hello. I was actually lurking a while ago before the stream. Hello. Wait, let me give you a shout out real quick. Shout out to GSC Nation. Okay. I hope this works. Okay. Yay! It's working. Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. Hi, my name is Celeste, also known as Celeste Abyss. I'm a casual Genshin lore theorist, mainly on Twitter, but I also stream Genshin and Honkai Star Rail. Yes, and I'm currently doing the Act 4 for the Fontaine Archon Quest right now. So if in case you haven't done the Act 4 yet, it's really fine for you to just lurk or go. I would understand because there will be spoilers. And yeah. Hello, how is everyone doing? How was your stream, MJ? I hope you're doing fine. And oh my god. I didn't expect that I would be raided. Anyways, hello. Oh, okay. Actually, should I do again? Oh yeah, socials. Okay, let me just go plug in some socials in case you're interested to see more of my stuff. Oh, we had such a fun time today. Oh, I see. That's great to hear. Yes. It's great to see that you're having fun. Okay, so in case you're new here are my socials. I have a YouTube wherein I post all of my Genshin and Honkai Star Rail VODs. And I also have a Twitter wherein I usually hang out. I also have a Tumblr. It's inactive, but it's there. And then when it comes to YouTube, I made a separate playlist for all of my Genshin VODs. And on the other hand, if you're also interested in my Honkai Star Rail stuff, you may access my Honkai Star Rail playlist through this link. Yes, !HSR VODs. Currently, I don't have a regular stream schedule. I'm actually in an irregular stream schedule. Usually, my earliest stream time would be 9 p.m. GMT plus 8 for now. But yeah, because back then I had a consistent stream schedule, but due to the very hectic stuff that I had to do for university, I had to become an irregular streamer. So yeah, usually I would just announce my streams last minute on Twitter and YouTube. In my YouTube community posts, I mean. I see. Okay, MJ. So lastly, I need to raid and run. Unfortunately, it's so late. Haha, but I will be lurking. Please have a wonderful stream. Thank you so much for stopping by, MJ, and for bringing your community here. I appreciate it a lot. Anyway, to those who are still here, please feel comfy. There's still a lot to go through to this Archon Quest, I think. Anyways, alright. So where was I again? Oh yeah, I was talking about the Spiral Abyss name card. So the reason why I suddenly got into this topic was that we recently saw a spiral staircase underneath Risley's office. and that really reminded me of this Spiral Abyss name card right here, because usually in Genshin, spirals lead to the discovery of the unknown. And not gonna lie, there were only a few spirals in Genshin back then. Not only the Spiral Abyss, but also the the chasm. Wait, let me just go show let me just go show the map for a bit just to explain some stuff more visually. So we know that the chasm is actually when if you look at it, it's actually a spiral within a spiral within a spiral. Yeah, so this one should be the spiral surface, and then once you go deeper into the chasm, there's another spiral here in the deeper levels once again. And take note that starting from this point downwards, I would say this is considered as one of the saucier areas of the chasm. So yeah, really interesting. And not gonna lie, to be honest, I thought that would be that we would only get a few spiral appearances in Genshin, but surprise, surprise, we actually saw a lot more spirals once we reach Sumeru. I would love to go through all of them at some point, but we do not have the time at the moment. But yeah, if you roam in Sumeru, especially in the rainforest area, you would notice a lot of spirals. Like for example, this Tree of Dreams right here, it actually has a spiral symbol on it. Yes. So yeah, just a quick little observation for you all. Yes, anyways, going back to the Archon Quest.
Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa!
We're going down again. I wonder how far this is from the sea levels. Once everyone has taken their positions on the central plate, I didn't get to read the rest. That's okay.
So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special.
And that is...
What a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside, hence the name Forbidden Zone. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Tui friends everything?
I'm not really sure about that.
Well, I advise wait until you've seen the whole truth of the place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
I really hope that Risley has some kind of contingency plan for this. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm using... Okay, I gotta... Shocks, wait. I'm using Hydro Trap. I wanted... Oh my god, I hope I don't need to do combat here or something. Because I don't have my Hydro Traveler built. I built, she's mainly built for Denjo right now.
Stand back.
Oh.
Whoa! They all just went up one by one!
What's that in the middle of the room?
Go on, have a look.
Okay, follow Risley and explore ahead. This room is really empty with nothing in here, which is quite strange on its own. There's also a device smack dab in the middle of the room, which looks like some kind of massive sluice gate.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meropide. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally.
This actually reminds me of the icon from FREMINET's kit.
Normally I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking?
The water pressure?
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the Primordial Sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that FREMINET displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
Maybe this kind of reading machine was here a long time ago already.
Concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
Primordial seawater is continually leaking into the sea?
Yes, that's very likely.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Novelette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh.
Seems like you figured it out.
I didn't know that that answer was gonna be substantial.
I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate.
Okay.
For some reason, the primordial sea
That is
levels
tricky,
have risen
eh?
significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all.
And if the primordial sea is leaking through, if this gate falls, all of Fontaine will fall with it.
Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meropide be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea? Who built this place anyway?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meropide in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled.
You have a name drop
People
now.
drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished.
When the previous Hydro Archon Nigeria ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack.
The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them, and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves."
Ooh.
And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the Sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves.
You know, this entire fortress being an underwater sanctuary for the so-called sinners, it kind of reminds me of Conria. Yeah, because Conria was also an underground nation, and yeah, and actually the Conrians were also referred to as sinners for some reason. So,
but as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
Do you believe in prophecies?
To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate. Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
So, as the Duke of Meropide, what do you plan to do about it?
Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something.
I really hope he has a contingency plan for this.
This is it.
Oh wait, these are the two NPCs from the infirmary a while ago.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone.
Huh? Lorvine and Jurier?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
Okay, I'm not sure if I remember Edwin.
He's the one who blew the whole institute sky high.
Oh.
Everyone knew he was a bit crooked in the head, but you're not a local, so I guess it's possible for you not to have heard of him.
Yeah, I don't think I've come across info about Edwin just yet. I need to catch up on some World Quest and Fontaine.
As his assistant, Jurier
Oh.
is quite familiar with them as well.
Okay,
I
Archeum
hired him to be
and
my technical
Gravimeters.
consultant.
You want to blow up the Fortress of Meropide?
Ah, what a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus! Focus!
It's like, stop giving them ideas.
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Ooh, are they together?
Was that really necessary?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Can't believe even the playable characters are are shipping them.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
I mean, this fortress can do anything.
Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Is this just a normal room?
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
Oh. This is...
What a huge
Wow.
ship!
This kind of feels like Noah's Ark all over again.
This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontainian history?
Not much at all.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria.
Oh, Remuria.
To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty.
I keep hearing Remuria from other Genshin lore enthusiasts, but I don't really know much about it. Actually, I don't know anything about it at all, so okay, this is a good
According to legend,
experience.
the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. taking the Golden Bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna.
Oh.
He created his nation above the surging waves.
Okay, I need to break that down in my mind. Okay, so according to legend, the Rimurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibylla, who had taken on the form of a golden bee, taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna. Okay, he created his nation above the surging waves. Okay, so what struck out to me the most here was the Fortuna, because that reminds me of the Stella Fortuna, the thing that we keep receiving after we've gotten so many copies of characters whenever we're wishing for them. Yeah, as far as I remember, it's Stella Fortuna,
He
right?
called his
And we're
nation
unlocking
Lemuria,
constellations.
and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try. So the moment I began to speculate that the Primordial Sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
This might have taken a long time to
Were you
make.
inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontanians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
I wonder if the materials of this ship right here can really withstand the primordial water. Okay, this is a plan for the ages. Can't you share your plan with everyone?
Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. Alright, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions?
Okay, so I know I have just noticed this green and bluish things right here. If I'm not mistaken, I think I saw a cart with these things back in the Act 3 Archon Quest. Yeah, as far as I remember, I saw this. So what kind of material is this? It wasn't really mentioned to us at all.
Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back.
Wait, I wanna go see the material. I have so many questions.
I'll leave you here for now.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
He means that my actions now will decide the next steps Liney's group takes. In other words, if I want to tell Liney the truth, I must make him understand that we cannot afford excessive conflict right now.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Yeah, we will.
Great. I look forward to what happens next.
Secret of... Oh, that's an interesting achievement name. Wait, I want to see that. So that is the Secret of Blue Water. Learn the history and secrets of the Fortress of Meropide. I love this achievement name. Chalong, it's Snork Mimi. Time for me. Bye-bye, Celeste. Have lots of fun and a good rest of the stream. Thank you for stopping by, Chalonia, and have a good rest. Okay, so we have to return to the infirmary now. Okay. Okay, that was kinda a lot to take in. I would love to learn more about the Rimuriel Kingdom at some point. I'm not really sure if it was mentioned in Fontaine World Quest, but I will have to see. I really need to catch up on some World Quest lore.
How can you be so much like Wriothesley, always drinking tea?
Huh. Actually, now that you mention it, I just remembered something now. While I was sedated, I could still barely hear 2 people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
Must have been Wriothesley and SIGEWINNE.
Yeah, I heard 1 male voice and 1 female, so it should have been the 2 of them. They really were just talking about brewing tea.
I really can't make sense of this place.
Same.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Wriothesley?
Yeah, he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations?
Lee sounds a lot more like his old self. Feeling better now?
Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
Nobody else is around, and Miss SIGEWINNE is also busy with something or other. So let's just talk here.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was FREMINET affected by the Primordial Sea water? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is, the long-lost Primordial Sea is probably very close to the Fortress of Meropide.
Ooh, he's good. He got that right on the first try.
That's our LYNEY.
Secondly, Wriothesley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why? I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Child for him. What's more, the Fortress of Meropide is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Iudex Nervulette. Wriothesley is basically the king of a no-man's land. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the 2 factions are pitted against each other, Wriothesley will be free to move between the parties of interest. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself.
Okay, he's really
It's
sharp.
likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
Lily's grasp of the big picture is amazing.
You're super smart.
Thanks so much. Then finally, there's the last question. If Wriothesley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. He's even gotten CLORINDE to help him out. That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most people here never get to see. He has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for Father to deal with him directly. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But let me guess. You have the last piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, especially since Arlecchino and the House of the Heart have been working hard to I don't know, save the people of Fontaine. Yeah, they were focusing on doing some contingency plans in case Fontaine does get submerged into the flood that was prophesized. So yeah, knowing some intel about the ship that Grizzly is building and spearheading, that will be a vital intel for the Fatui. Yeah, a very vital bargaining chip. After some deliberation, you share the info. While sharing what you saw, you emphasize that now is not the time for disputes.
I can't believe it.
The sea will engulf everyone. Just like the prophecy said.
Could Wriothesley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis? If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Wriothesley have known that?
Or perhaps he didn't know and just wanted to bring Father over to his side, which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. No matter what, we're on your side. The 2 of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time.
That reminds me, I don't think we've been to the House of the Heart yet.
Though you may not share the sentiment.
Is it in the
after all
overworld
that we've
already?
gone through together,
I
the 3
actually
of us
did not.
basically see
I
you as
don't
family
know
now.
if it's there.
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting LYNEY when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
We can work together again if necessary.
Given your strength, you might not need our help at all. But if you are ever in danger, we will try our best to protect you.
Aww, the sound of that makes Paimon feel all warm and safe inside.
And she's hungry. What was that?
Paimon's hungry.
Oh, you've done so much already. Go get some food.
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another time.
Okay, go to the... Ah, they're here again.
I feel like I should try to become someone more capable of helping.
Femine, you already did a lot. You already... Actually, if it wasn't for Femine diving there, we wouldn't have gotten a huge lead like that.
You're incredibly helpful. Lenny thinks so too.
Yeah, you two are always telling me not to push myself, but aren't you just like that as well?
He has a point. Okay. Alright, cafeteria time. Okay, I now know that I should teleport here whenever I have to go to the cafeteria. Gosh, I don't know why, but the interior layout of the fortress is a lot more complicated than it looks.
It's time for dinner.
Oh.
Welfare meals now being served at the coupon cafeteria.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well. Traveler and Paimon, over here.
It's time for our RNG meal.
Are you here for dinner too, Miss SIGEWINNE?
And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss CLORINDE's dinner as well.
Huh. You're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria.
What would you like to eat?
Huh? We can choose?
Yeah, we can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Woolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Then I'll have the tastiest stuff we have to offer.
Me too! Don't forget Paimon!
No problem. Just leave it to me.
After a while, the meals Sijin ordered for you arrive, unlike days prior. She also brings some drinks over to you. They taste a little strange, but she insists that they're very nutritious. The shakes generally taste pretty terrible.
So delicious.
Free dinners are the absolute best.
Is this how it feels to be freeloaders? Wait a second, we did do plenty of work after all.
Feeling full yet? How's the food?
Delicious.
Besides the milk, everything was super delicious.
I'm so glad to see you all so happy. Oh, see, the expression on your face just now? The muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment.
SIGEWINNE, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings?
A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melusine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you.
You're really good at taking care of people. Even though you're so short, you still talk and act like an older sister.
Really? You're reminded of an older sister? That's great to hear.
Oh, and what did you mean back in Wriothesley's office? When you said that you were protecting LYNEY and his siblings as well?
Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried after hearing that something was wrong with the water. Thankfully, CLORINDE is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His Grace also sealed the pipes after CLORINDE left, to make sure that LYNEY wouldn't impulsively chase after his brother. Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching. They were instructed to only open the door once Miss CLORINDE had returned. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. LYNEY as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger.
You were all super considerate and really thought everything through.
It's just what we do down here at the fortress. At least this has been His Grace's style for as long as he's been the leader. Oh, I really wish Monsieur Nervulette would come down here more often too. I feel like he'd like it here, with all the darkness and chaos.
I really wonder why, until now, I still wonder why the Fortress is an independent entity. Okay, but that doesn't make sense at all. It's hard to imagine it but outside of his office.
Get a good night's rest, you two. You both
Fair
worked
enough.
very hard.
Okay, return to the dorms. Oh wait, actually, before we do that, I want to.
Too slow.
Hello, Chlorinde. I love how she's just here. Okay, let me see. I wonder when she will be playable. I love her design so much. And if we, I think she has, yeah, she has an electrovision. As far as I remember from the very first Fontaine trailer, we got to see Chlorinde using a gun, an electro gun, so I really hope that ties into her gameplay. Okay, I'm just gonna take some pictures. whenever I see a playable character just standing there during a quest, I take that opportunity to take pictures of them. Okay. I think maybe I should do, yeah, a close-up? Okay. Not sure if I'm satisfied with the angle, but that should do it. Oh wait, actually, let's zoom out. Okay, I'll just go talk to her.
Clorinde!
Ah, it's you two.
How's dinner?
It's alright. Miss Sigewinne really put in a lot of effort.
So we heard that Wriothesley invited you to come down to help, and you saved FREMINET too! You sure work super fast!
Oh, it was child's play.
Still, Paimon didn't know even champion duelists could take on side jobs.
And to think that Chlorinde was able to swim all the way down and rescue FREMINET from the Primordial water, she must have been a great swimmer too.
Why are you eating with Sigewinne and the Duke? Won't you get bored eating by yourself?
Miss Sigewinne was with you, and the Duke has business of his own.
Actually, didn't Navia say that you went out for dinner with her as well?
Yeah. First time in a long time.
First time in a long time? So you mean you've gone out to dinner with her in the past?
In the past, yes. You seem to be enjoying yourselves here.
It's all thanks to the villain.
Things will be getting messy at the fortress soon. Don't run around unnecessarily.
Okay, we're now gonna return to the dorms. I lost count on how many times we've been to the dorm throughout the Act 3 and Act 4 Archon Quest.
Squall and Fury.
I just really wonder while all of this is going on, if all of this wait, sorry, I forgot my English. Sorry. Okay. Anyways, just to rephrase that, while all of these events are ongoing here in the Fortress of Meropide, I wonder what's going on up there on the surface. Like, how bad is the primordial water concentration up there?
Paimon just feels absolutely exhausted now that she's finally relaxed. Paimon's super sleepy. Are you sleepy too?
Yeah, I'm also getting there. Well, that was quick. Wow, she immediately fell asleep.
Delicious. Paimon wants seconds for free.
Good night.